Hello, welcome back to Derail Valley with Freddy. So, we are still up here at the food factory. And we've got to decide what we are doing next. I'm concerned at the moment we haven't come across any museum locomotives. Not that we can actually do anything with them, but we haven't come across any. So, at the moment, we've got 41,000 in the bank. Nice. That is a good place to start. Oh, that's a long two. Right, okay. So we need to sort through jobs. Fortunately, we definitely won't be doing that one. Hazmat 2, long one, and fragile one. Yeah, that's out of our license range. Long one. Well, we could look at that. I need to have a look actually at how much fuel we've got left, which will probably reset those books. I think memory serves right, our train is over here. Nope, I stand mistaken. Must mean we're over here somewhere. There she is. Oh, I left the lights on, a bit bright. Turn those down. Right, where are we? So we're fully fueled, we're fully repaired, which must mean I have sorted that in a previous episode. I've lost track because it has been a few days. Right, so we have no fees. Okay, so we have the possibility for licenses. So fragile, train length 1, multiple units. Could be. Manual service, that's always an awesome one. What's the prerequisites? Concurrent one, which we have. So that is definitely a possibility. Service, what's the prerequisite? Long one. Now I think before we start doing manual service, we really need to have more than one loco, because we need to be pulling some bigger jobs. I'm still very much of the opinion of doing other jobs than just going for what makes the best money. And doing things that wouldn't normally do. Now see, that's not a bad job. Sawmill from here. It's definitely got some possibilities. I mean, we could swing in to City West. I'll have to look at the weights of these. 368 tons of that wood scrap. Jesus, that's going to push us. And that's a long one, and we would need that license. I mean, we've been to goods factory and harbour so freaking often in the normal series that I'm long 2, that's way out of our weight. I think long 2 is a bit of a stretch for us at the moment. Yeah, so I think we've been to harbour that often. We've been to goods factory fairly often. Goods factory is a nice place, but that's a pathetic amount of money for those two. Right, let's have a look. Whilst we're looking at this. So remember rightly, we can do 300 tons. So ideally we want to be below 260 per DE2. Is there another DE2 here? Let's have a look what engine is here. There is another DE2 here. Awesome. And a DH4. Ooh. Ooh, that adds. Because we know the DH4 is an absolute workhorse. It is awesome. Let's see. Quite piggies. You'll be bacon soon. Right, so we got the DE2 license, so we wouldn't need to worry about that. We would just need the to use them effectively, we would need the multiple unit. You can use them independently of one another without multiple unit. DH4 would be 50,000, so that's out. That we're not doing that. How much is train length 1? So we're talking 10,000 there. So we have 41,000. So we could go, because we would need train length 1 for this job, or long 1. And length 1. So that doesn't add a lot. Minus 2% on bonus deadline. And multiple unit we know is good. So that's going to be 40,000. So that'll leave us with 1,000. Ouch. But we would get... Decisions. It's always the hard bit, is running that down to City West of A3S. I mean, to get in there, because we're going to be coming from the north, we have to come down, reverse it back up and into there, then pull out again. I think it might just be worth... Really, we need to run 2 to run that effectively. That means spending 40,000 just to run this job. I think we're going to do it. Why not? We don't have the remote control yet, but... So we're going to go train length 1. Thank you. Drop that for now. And multiple unit, because I just prefer to run it off 1 unit and it just makes things so much easier. That's going to leave us Skintola. Right, so now we've got that. Drop these in here. There we go. Right, so we are quiet. There are C80. So is this line here? Which goes down to the sawmill. So, coming out of food factory, so that's going to be a keep left, into a keep right, into a keep left, into a keep right, and into sawmill. That's that sorted. Right. Ooh. Little mouse. Right, so we're going to come out of here and sort these in a minute. And get into C80 because we're going to pull the first one in, then go get the second one, pull that in. That's going to become the new lead because we're going to require both to get out of here because it is a climb to get out of here. Right, so sawmill. We are going to C3I at the sawmill. Going to be coming in from the north, so it's going to be a keep left to a keep right to C. And it's going to be a keep left into a keep right, C3I. So that's that set. Nice and easy. So he says. Alright, let's run down here, get this D2. We should be... Yep, we're all disconnected. So it's going to be keep left, keep left, keep left, keep left, keep right. So handy. Right, so we now know this is going to be set. I am trying with this one to try and do things a little differently. Not worried about trying to be Speedy Gonzales of getting large amounts of money super fast. This is going to be nice and chill. Just nice and relaxed. Just out making some money and chilling out. Having some fun. Get to see more of Derail Valley. See more of what's out there. Way too fast. Break off there. Kim. Leave this engine running. The reason I'm going to leave that running is because it's not going to be long and we're actually going to be running this one. Brake in and brake off. Neutral. Those are the ends up, get some brake pressure nice and quick. Brake pressure's on up, we ain't going to stop. Does quite nicely. Right, so light front, light rear, good haul. And away we go. Arming multiple does, for those that are not familiar with it, means we can control both engines from this front one. Super handy. Means we don't need to be jumping back and forward to try and sort out the throttle on both. We can just run the throttle at one. That way. Slant does make it a bit easier. I know it's only one job into Sawmill, but I'm trying to avoid going to the usual places. So I'm going to try and avoid going to Machine Foundry too often. Try and avoid going to the harbour too often. Try and pick other places for us to do. Paying attention. Try and pick up on some of the other places to visit Derail Valley and go get jobs from there. Might mean it's going to cost us a little bit more in time, but hey, this is part of the fun. Change. There we go. Going that way. These engines up to be multiple unit. I'll show you in a minute. Pretty straightforward. But the equivalent we've got at the moment, these two D2s are the equivalent to one DH4 in terms of power. So it's just something to consider, although it's 50,000 for the DH4 license. Consider it's twice the power. That ain't bad. Bad at all. The other thing I will be be looking at getting soon will be the remote control, because it is so handy, especially for multiple jobs, as we can take up to 2 jobs now. Definitely handy. Trying to drop stuff off. Oh, there we go. Choose that to Ford. So right. Just connecting these up. It's just like connecting any other 2 trains up. This job in. We'll get out there. There we go. So now, when I apply the throttle, it will apply the power both of these D2s. So that'll be a combined 600 tons up at 2%. I am intent on getting gadgets for the relevant trains. You'll definitely get a nice repertoire of trains coming in. The more fuel you can save on these journeys, the better. It does mean you'll have a lot of fuel costs. I mean, you could burn the fuel, just get up to speed. Okay, we're at 41, edging towards 42. We started at 34. It's only idling both engines. One corner we are going to have to watch. It is a notorious one. Is this one at City West? That is a 20 right. It is sharp. It is harsh. It does not like it. That corner will catch you out. Same as City West. That's a 30 round into a 20. Then it's going to be a slog to get up. That is just what it is. I'm still just idling. 40 junction coming up. That junction obviously for oil refinery itself. So we'll be slowing down a bit for that. Refinery. Well, hazmat jobs, lots of good paying jobs here. Definitely somewhere I'm going to look. Bit of a spaghetti junction to navigate. Hey, that's where a lot of fun is. And we're on the right track before exit. Out over that way. Train flicking its way round. And we're on a 50 limit for a 1.1. lot of this run is downhill, so we're going to save a lot of fuel, which means we should be able to pick up 2 decent jobs down at Sawmill. Probably, unfortunately, running to harbour. Nip into harbour, get sorted out, get out of there, head somewhere else. See if we find somewhere more fun to head off to. But we will tackle that bridge when we get there. Okay, so we're about to hit the level track. It's still a 50 limit with speed increasing. So we're 45, we're still idling. Easy time. Easy. Nice, simple, straightforward job and journey. But very simple, very straightforward fun. So we're about to hit 80, decreasing. So at the moment, I'm happy to just let it roll. Speed's reasonable. We're saving money, we're saving fuel. Let's see how much fuel we used. Practically nothing. We'll see we used a bit, but that is quite comfortable. So drop this job off, get more, and get the hell out of it. When we get there, of course. So, past Oil Refinery, now heading for Forest Central Junction, so we're on a keep right. Now we could have come, do this, across here, we could have come round this way, down this way, round and come this way to Sawmill. I think this way is a bit more fun. So we're on a keep right here, I'm just going to switch up just in case I've set it wrong. You never know. Wouldn't be the first time I've done that. So there, we keep right on a 60. Happy days. So we can just keep that throttle going. And just let it run. That's 0.2, so very, very slight gradient, but with the turn as well, we'll add a bit of friction, so we'll probably maintain, maybe drop a little. Minus 0.2 isn't that big. Our next junction now. So we're set to increase a bit more down here, that's good. So we're going to be on a keep left now and run down to City West. So we're going straight forward. So we're left into a right, and we're only worrying about Sawmill. Simple and straightforward. 90 decreasing. We're just doing 60, so I ain't going to worry about that. Speed, managing fuel cost, maximising profit. How long do we have for this job? Give us 100 minutes. It ain't going to take us that long. I'm going to complete this job in this episode, so apologies if it does run a little bit late. So we're at 70 now. Maintain. Keep that speed going. Keep the speed nicely where it is because we're doing okay. I'm just going to manage it. The turn ahead will probably be a speed decrease. Don't worry about that. Closer to there. Yeah, this may run over me. I'm trying to aim for about 30-minute episodes. So I appreciate we've just hit 30 minutes. 80 decreasing with a slight uphill. Use that as a natural break. Why not? Yeah, I'm going to aim for 30 minutes per episode, roundabout, but we'll see how the jobs pan out. Obviously, with the bigger jobs, they're going to take longer, so it'll probably span over a couple of episodes, but we'll tackle those one at a time, see where we are. So we'll drop below 60, but we're coming up, oh look, 60 junction. now see where we are, I can judge my braking point. I can try and go as fast as I can, for as long as I can, and then hit the brakes. As you can see, we're up at 65 now. Still see it on the map. 70. 100 kilometers an hour, minus 0.4. So this is where I'm going to try and really pick up a bit of time. Now I can see where we are on this map. I can see and try and judge better where to brake. Over 70, I've never had DE2s up quite this quick, I don't think. Especially because the brakes aren't the best on the DE2. Still 100 km an hour limit. Dropping. It's going to start dropping now. It's there now. Actually dropping speed. There's a little bit of a climb there. The track sort of levels up, climbs a little bit, and drops down again. That's what I mean about keeping an eye. Never assume you are set correctly. Always verify. I just assumed we would have gone flying straight into the junction and start backing up and lose time. Back with it last time and you start losing money. When you're doing multi-drops later on, that's when you really start losing monies and bonuses. Good. A bit of throttle just to go to this next junction. Should be Inky right. Should be. That one. Inky right. As you can see there, it is a 20. Get off the throttle. The reason this is a 20 corner, it is tweaked. Sharp corner, slight uphill as well. 5. As you can see, this is quite a sharp little turn, this one. There we go. See it better there, just how sharp that turn is. Oof. I've derailed there before. That I shall lose track of where I am and derail there again at some point. It is notorious. I didn't catch that first speed limit. We're clear of the corner now. Found something I can do. There's my Derail Valley map. So we're on a 40 now. So some throttling because we've lost a fair bit of momentum there. There is a community map speed limits on that I have on my second monitor. Sometimes when I'm recording, it just gives me an idea of what the speed limits are. It can be handy, especially if you're not familiar with the map, or going to somewhere you're not familiar with. crispy there. One thing I do like with D2 is just how visible everything is around you. As you start going up the end, you start seeing the H4 is still pretty visible. You have a bit more restriction. The E6, inherent blind. There's a 40 mil, so we use a bit of the hill to engine brake. So it's going to be about a 45-minute video. So I'll be automatic. Right on the brakes. Should have done that a bit earlier, to be fair. Yeah. Definitely should have done that a bit earlier. Back her up. Not too far, just a bit. Engine out. The downside now, we've got two engines to turn on and off. Handbrake on. Drop it. Good. We won't be carrying on with this one, I don't think. And the officer's out here. Let's see, how long did this take us and how much money have we made? So it took us 27 minutes and we've just done 61,000. Woof! And that's nothing to turn your nose up at. Wow. Right, so a quick look at the jobs. We actually have nothing going to the harbour. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Right. That's definitely interesting, because I was expecting something down to the harbour. There's a job going up to machine factory in town, another one going to goods factory, another one going to city south. Yeah. Might do around the city south and have a look at things from there. Right, okay. So, successful run. Nothing greatly exciting here down at Sawmill. Don't think there's usually any museum pieces down here. Thinking just for marking them at the moment to rediscover them later on when we open up the museum. But we also have another option now. We can purchase locomotives. So if we wanted to keep these two D2s, we could purchase. Yeah. That would be 88,500. That would mean we own it like it is a museum piece. So we could repaint it, respray it. It's not going to despawn. Oh. I don't know how to get... Ah, yeah. Cancel. Cancel. And we can also sell them. Oh, that's interesting. How do I'll have to have a look at that, how I got that off of that and back to... Yeah, I'm going to have a look at that, see how I get that back to being a signal now. Right, okay, I shall leave the episode here. And I shall see you guys next time. Till then, take it easy.